I always wonder when my flight gets canceled if that's God looking out for me or not.
Yeah. I think my flight yesterday was an old plane. It had the TVs that stick out of the seat, like the brick ones that almost look like a thermostat a little bit. It's like a tan box. Yeah, it was Delta, but it was, the pilot was pissed. I had my foot on the wall, and he goes, that's not a very mature thing to do. Take your foot off.
Wow.
He said it like it was his plane, which, look, I understand. He's flying that bitch by all means. But he said it like he pulled it out of the garage, like he was collector Delta 747.
Well, it's also, that's a very subtle way of saying you were in first class. Also, I do want to say that.
you know, when you're flying first class from LA to Nashville, that's a $300 upgrade. And I was feeling myself. First weekend back of, I was feeling myself a little bit.
There's only one place on the plane you can put your foot on a wall.
Or the very back, the stewardess. You just got it up on the coffee maker. Yeah, I mean,
bro, the stewardesses are getting fight. They're all on their phone out there, just listening to loud music,
iPads
or like
and
TV
shit,
shows, and
watching
shit.
Coco Melon and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's definitely a different vibe out there now in the skies.
Yeah,
you know?
But I feel like nobody wanted to be there. The pilot was like pissed he was there because somebody used, pilots use the same front bathroom as everybody else.
Oh yeah,
I thought they'd have one in the cockpit.
It's so weird that my ex-girlfriend's dad was a pilot, and they used to urinate into a jug up there.
I think like a Folgers can would make sense.
Well, I mean, that's probably old school.
But like,
if they're real old, some guy brings a metal can to urinate.
Yeah, but Folgers now are plastic, so I feel like that's
bananas.
Yeah, it's not good for the environment.
If a plane goes down, I just wonder, is God looking out for me? Is like could this plane go down? You know?
I feel that.
Do you ever think that could happen? Do you
100%.
ever feel like? Because when I was younger, it happened a lot.
Getting canceled.
Getting canceled by God, dying in a plane crash.
I had that fear yesterday because the pilot I've never seen a pilot piss, and he was an older gentleman. I've never seen somebody like mad, and it's like, we're about to take off. Somebody rub him off a little bit or give him some CBD gummies because he was on one. And I was like, this is the guy in charge of the plane. You know,
that's the guy. Everybody else is bullshit.
Like, think about how you drive, right? Think about how you drive when you're having a tough day. You're fucking, you see red lights as a suggestion. You're like, maybe. So I'm like, on takeoff, I had this weird euphoric feeling. I was like, what if he just did a nosedive? What if?
What if today's a day is like, that is once, dude, think about a pilot.
Yeah.
You really are. You're that, you really have the ability to say how many you want, God?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In your hand.
How many you want, God?
And
you
also,
want 10 dozen?
Yeah.
Because I got 10 dozen back
this
here.
asshole got his feet on the board, so let's take him out.
Delta should be, who is the pilot's wife? How is she doing?
That's what I'm saying.
Taking care of them. They got to be treating these people good.
I salute pilots when I get off. I go, thank you for the flight. Because nobody makes eye contact when they're turning. They say thank you to the flight attendants, which I get that, but like the pilots are salute.
I'll lean in there and I'll say,
kiss them on the cheek.
Good job, fellas.
Yeah.
Or ma'am.
Yeah, right.
And I'll say that even at the same, fellas or ma'am, and they know. They all know.
Yeah.
And even the lady, if she's a female pilot, she wants to be called fellas.
she got a little more gray hair than usual. You're like, I see what you're doing with that toupee. I see what you're doing. Yeah.
Some women just want to go so hard that they want you to call them man.
Right.
Fella.
But that's what I feel like pilots don't get enough credit. Also, if I was a pilot, I would go on the intercom and be like, I sure would love some Starburst right now.
Ooh.
And then I'd wait for somebody to be like, come bring it up. And then if nobody does it, I'd be like, y'all want turbulence? A little fucking rattle? What do you think? Like,
dude, this guy, Dan Gilbert, he said the best joke, and he still has it because it's his joke.
Mm-hmm.
He said turbulence is a button that people in first class press.
Funny. I wish I had that yesterday. I would have fucked with everybody back there. Row 23, y'all awake yet?
They should have. Or if you're playing those games where everybody on the plane can play and you win, you should be able to give them a little, remix them a little.
Oh, yeah, just see what's going on, stir them up a little bit. Yeah, I always think that, like, if my phone's not on airplane mode, like, it's going to fuck some up. But then I've been on flights where I forget to turn it off, and it's the same flight. So that's something I want to know. Is airplane mode a hoax?
A lot of things, I think they used to have, like, probably... back in the day, what was before that?
Before airplane mode?
Yeah.
You just turned it off. Or,
right, then they had
silent mode?
Because airplane mode's such a specific thing.
I don't even know what it does. It just blocks calls?
I guess it's supposed to stop the signal, but nothing can stop the signal.
Signal?
Dude, my phone, I saw my phone the other night get up and get something to drink at night. Like, this thing's been off for
Did my phone just get a Mountain Dew Code Red right now?
Yeah, bro, those things insane. Yeah, sometimes I think when the flight gets canceled, that's like I just want, and maybe it's egotistical to think that it's like, oh, is that
No.
part
right.
of God saving my life?
Because I would rather that than like, when you like board the plane, like, oh, we got to work on the engine for like 2 to 3 hours. Like that doesn't make me feel better. Like just lie to me. Be like, the pilot had to go get some egg bites from Starbucks.
Right.
Like when they're like, oh, we're working on the engine, we'll be good in a sec. Like I don't want to know that.
Yeah, but it used to be dicier. You would hear the dude in there work, and you'd see a guy with an oil can. I remember one time
it said oil on it.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He was a
and
cartoon
it was just
figure.
like, dude, what is going on?
Yeah, I don't want to know anything about like I literally I edit a lot of my videos on flights because I don't want to think about the fact that I'm like just in the air. Like when my phone dies and like it's just like the TV on the plane's like not working and all I have is my thoughts. That's the worst flight of my life. I'm just sitting there thinking.
Really?
I have a lot of anxiety in that sense of like,
That's my whole childhood was that we didn't have because we didn't have phones.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the fuck I did growing up. Probably like Sudoku puzzles or some dumb shit, or like made it tic-tac-toe. But I need to do something so I don't think about the fact that I'm just like in the sky.
Right.
Yeah,
I guess it's interesting. I guess part of the thing of a flight is to try to trick people. You'd think they'd try to trick you more to thinking that you're in the sky. Like on the inside of the windows, have like a forest or something.
Yeah,
on
or
it,
like a glass
like
bottom floor. Just in like, put it like one aisle, just one aisle, and you get to pay extra for it. Like row 13, you just get to see below you. That's kind of hard.
Bro, I'll tell you one time.
Influencers would be like, in the fucking flights with the feet.
One time we were landing somewhere, and it was a prop plane, right? So
what does that mean?
It was just a small plane that had the spinner.
Oh, the connecting flight ones are scary.
Yeah, it was a real small one. So
you can like see the propellers.
Something hit down, boom, 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 bounced down the side of the plane, right?
Oh no.
Oh, was that, bro? It was crazy. Because there's only a couple things it could be. You're in the air, Bird, alien.
Kevin.
Yeah, smaller plane. Person, loose person, skydiver.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? So everybody's like, what the fuck? Some guy's like, I know what it is.
There's always some guy.
Fuck you guys.
There's always some guy who looks over and he's like, yeah, that's actually just the tropical storm of the stratosphere.
Yeah.
What are you even saying
his
to me?
wife's like, shut up, Henry.
There's 4 Jack Daniels bottles spilling out from his waist. So did you ever find out what it was?
We got out, bro, and no joke, in the front, in one of the rotors, right? There was a bird things.
Mangled.
Like a
wings?
Enough of a wing.
Enough of one.
Where you knew what happened.
Yeah, oh no. Yeah, was it like a mallard?
No, it was bigger than that. I would think it was probably pelican or
damn. I mean, because usually to
something
rattle
large.
a plane, but I will say some of those connecting flights where you got to like, you land in like Seattle, but you got to go to Spokane, and it's one of these like mountainy flights.
Yeah.
And you can still see the propeller it's like an uncovered propeller. You ever taken one of those?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
No, this was one where something got,
Oh,
and
wow.
part of me wonders, because I felt us go off course a little, part of me wonders if one of the old dogs up there was like, you know what?
See how Theo's doing.
I'm about to, I'm going to hit something.
Oh, he's like, I'm done.
Because how hard would it be if you're having a bad day, you're tired,
And you're just a mallard,
your
just hating
wife's
things.
doing something, it's something, or your husband, because there's a lot of gay pilots now, too, which I'm fine with it, but it's just like, do we know enough about their relationships to know if the guy if something goes bad? Like, I feel like we know enough where, like, if a straight man in a straight relationship, if something gets real bad, the guy, there's been enough study where he's maybe not going to crash.
Right.
Is a gay dude or gay woman just going to be like,
I would love to see a pilot with a mood ring on it. But like one they don't know about. But if I walk on and it's like blue or green, I'm like, okay, they're feeling all right. But it's like bright red or yellow.
Yeah,
we might need to delay this a few hours. Go get some chamomile or something.
There should be intel on the so you can look even on the app. It's like, hey, Samuel, Rhonda, whoever the pilot is, how they're doing.
Yeah, because even on Uber, it says like their favorite activities, their parks, favorite sports team. I want to know more about the pilot.
Yeah.
Also, I think like, I'm sure they have a lounge for pilots, but like they should have like the Delta Sky Club should be for pilots.
Right.
Like just a place where they can just post up, crush a couple Michelobes.
I don't know, but I don't know if you can drink.
I know. Michelob.
Okay, one. Yeah.
Or a non-alcoholic one, just to feel like they're doing something.
Yeah.
Or duels, just to give them that edge mentally.
Well,
Actually, never mind. That's a terrible idea.
I don't know, man. Now you got me wanting it.
Yeah, just one.
Because I bet if I'm a pilot, there's no way some of them aren't drinking, man. One of my ex-girlfriend's dad, my childhood girlfriend dad was a pilot, and he had a couple extra families and everything, dude. He had it was crazy, bro. Yeah. He was really just, being the best pilot you could be. He's if I'm going to be landing, if I'm sleeping here after a year.
Yeah, he's pumping.
I'm having some kids.
Yeah, man. Well, I've met people at my shows.
Yeah.
Who, on a Friday night, they're all a little hammered. Like, yeah, man, we're all pilots at the local airport. And they're all hammered.
Hammered.
And I'm like, they're not going to be hammered in the morning, but a little hungover, a little on edge.
Yeah, because here's the thing. You can't assume that pilots have a magical power.
Right.
Maybe they do. Maybe part of going through the Air Force and going through flight school, they start to weed out the people who have really bad hangovers. I bet they do.
Yeah, can you be hungover and in the military?
Yeah, dude, that's the military. Okay. It's just called the military.
But I just feel like they just plow right through mentally, They just go, hoorah, and they fucking beat the shit out of that hangover.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
Still, they got it, though. They have the hangover to beat the shit out of it.
But they just cruise right past it.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed that video, and you can watch another. And you can watch this one, you can watch this one. Different options, different choices. Some guy just brings you one option, not this guy. 2 options. Watch one. This one or this one.